from Fancy Tiger Crafts. We love knitting. Now that you've cast on, it's time to knit. You're going to take the needle with the stitches on it and hold it in your left hand, and the working needle that doesn't have any stitches is going to be in your right hand. I'm going to show you how to knit Continental style, which is holding the working yarn in your left hand. You want to make sure that you're pulling the yarn that's attached to your yarn ball and not knitting with the tail. This is just going to hang out here until you're finished knitting. I tension my yarn by wrapping it around my pinky, and then I hold it like this. So to knit, you're going to take your working needle and you're going to stick it into the first stitch or loop on your needle from front to back. You're going to take the working yarn and you're going to wrap it around the needle. And now you're going to take this needle with this new stitch that you've just created on it and pull it back out of this first stitch. And the final step is the first stitch that you've just worked gets pulled off the needle. You now have one stitch that you've created in your right needle, and the rest of your stitches are still waiting to be worked in the left needle. And you're just going to repeat this process over and over. So working needle into the first stitch from front to back, wrap the yarn around the needle, and then bring the needle back out, keeping that loop on, and then pull the stitch off the needle. Now I have two stitches. So repeat. Stick the needle in, wrap the yarn around the needle. Keeping the loop on the needle, you're going to pull it back out and take the stitch off. Every time you knit, you should just be creating one stitch on the right working needle. So you're just going to keep doing that all the way down until you've worked every stitch that is on the left needle. So needle in, front to back, wrap the yarn around, bring the needle back out, keeping that loop on the needle, and then that stitch that you just worked needs to come off of the needle. So as you work all the stitches, you're creating new stitches on your right hand needle, taking all the stitches and working them off of the left hand needle. So now I have 12 stitches on my right needle and nothing on my left needle. And now it's time to work your second row, so you're going to switch these again. So the needle with all of the stitches on it that you're about to work is going to be in your left hand, and you have a working needle in your right hand. I'm going to tension my yarn, and I'm going to begin again. What we're creating here is known as garter stitch. It's when you just knit every stitch back and forth on the needles. So we've now done 2 rows, and this is what it looks like. Nailed it.